It's the opening game of the college soccer season for both of these teams, as today I am going to St. Mary University in Moraga to watch a college soccer game between St. Mary's Gaels versus California Golden Bears. Now, as I mentioned, this is the opening match for both of these teams, and both of these teams actually have a couple of exhibition match, kind of like preseason game to get themselves back to competitive edge. But certainly because this is the opening game of the season, it's kind of hard to predict who is going to be the heavy favorites coming into this one. But there's no doubt that both of these teams are looking to get off to a good start to the season and get a win in the season opener. So yeah, let's see if that is going to happen in this game. Let's go soccer. So I've just arrived here at St. Mary University and I'm now making my way to the stadium. By the way, it is really hot right now in Moraga as the temperature is actually in the 90s. And I believe the only reason why this game is not moved to nighttime because of the heat is because this venue actually doesn't have lights. So they basically have to play in the daytime, even though, like I said, it is a very hot day here today here in Moraga. All right, so I've just arrived inside the stadium, and as you can see, we have the Cal Golden Bears player doing their pregame warm-up on the other side. The St. Mary players actually just came out of the locker room, and in just a bit, they're going to get ready to start their warm-up as well. It's still about 40 minutes before the beginning of this match. And now it looks like the referee has placed the ball in the center circle, and also judging by the fact that the Golden Bears players are also making their way onto the pitch, and I'm assuming it's the same case for the St. Mary Gaels player. We're not going to have your traditional walkout like what we usually see in some of the other games I've attended in the Sporthop series, but in just a bit we're going to get ready for the start of this match between St. Mary Gaels and California Golden Bears. That being said, here comes the Golden Bears on the attack. The first moment for them, he's still going here, and in the end, it's gathered by the keeper as, well, he was wrestled down by a couple of defenders there, and somehow, in some way, he still stayed on balance and somehow still was able to generate an attempt on goal here. And toward the front post, and it's going to be in the back of the net. And the Golden Bears take a 1-0 lead. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know, did anyone actually touch that? And if that is the case, and that is actually an Olympico goal. That's probably the first time I've ever seen an Olympico goal in the Sporthop series. And judging by the fact that the players celebrate with the corner taker, I'm assuming that no one touched it. So, well, 5 minutes into this game, and really to this new college soccer season, who would have thought that the first goal of the game would come from the corner flag and it would be Olympico? But that's exactly what happened, as the Golden Bears take a 1-0 lead over the Gaels of St. Mary. And this one on the left side, he's got some space to work. Runner's also arriving in the box. He's going to try to go all the way, and, well, the goalkeeper, he had to intervene, as I was expecting him to maybe cut that one back, but in the end he did go for a shot, and now we get a free kick coming up for the Golden Bears. Golden Bears looking to try to double their lead early on toward the back post, and, well, that is going to hit the side netting, and, well, the goalkeeper, he was letting that one go, thinking that that was going to go out, and in many ways he's actually a little fortunate, the fact that when that player hits it back, it ends up in the side netting, because that player virtually had an empty net with the goalkeeper not even aware of the fact that there was a player right there in the back post and maybe snuck it in to the empty net. Gonna play a long ball on the left side. Oh, referee. Well, that is actually gonna be a free kick for St. Mary. Well, I'll tell you what, I am shocked the fact that that is given the other way, because that looked more like a foul on the St. Mary's player as he went on a high boot there and even caught that player right near the 18-yard box. Well, it looks like we are going to have a VAR review right now. Now, I actually didn't know that in college soccer they actually have a VAR review. I didn't think that that was the case because of the way that, you know, in the amateur level of these games, I didn't think that they would have the technology to have VAR, but apparently that is the case. So while they're looking at VAR right now, and I'm not quite sure how long they're gonna take to look at this, what's interesting is that the clock also is stopped right now. Now, in college soccer, obviously the clock can stop because of injuries, but I'm guessing that the clock does stop if they do a review. And this is also a great reminder that there is no stoppage time in college soccer, that once the clock hit 45, that's pretty much the time. Well, now it looks like the referee, well, he was emerging from the tent. I thought he was about to make the call. Now, it's also going to be interesting to see whether or not once they do emerge from the tent, that are we going to have like an announcement like what you see in MLS with VAR? They usually have like an announcement. Again, I'm not quite sure if this is kind of the protocol when it comes to a VAR review. Is definitely completely different compared to what we see in MLS, where by now you usually see the referee does the VAR sign and make the announcement. And in the end, I'm not quite sure what exactly the call is. They're gonna say, is it a penalty? It looks like he was pointed to the spot. And well, looks like it's not. It's actually just going to be a free kick. So they actually reversed the call, which I think that was the right call, because I didn't think that that was definitely a foul against the Golden Bears. But also a yellow card is being shown, and looks like now we're going to have a free kick for the Golden Bear just outside the 18-yard box. At least in MLS, that is. But anyway, big chance here for the Golden Bears to take a 2-0 lead, and it's off the post. Still another chance, though, as the player is able to get the rebound. And now he's going to just pass this one back. Looks like St. Mary just about survived there. Being in favor of Cowan. Here they come again. He's got some space here. Ooh, referee. And that is going to be either a free kick or a penalty. It was very, very close from the 18-yard box. And looks like this is going to be a free kick here. Either way, here comes the free kick, and this time the goalkeeper punched that one away as well. Actually, I mean, he tipped that one away there. As speaking of which, here comes the Golden Bears again, and that one fizzed through the goal there, and in the end, it's gonna go out for a throw-in for the defensive side. Even bring a man up there just to make sure they act as kind of like a blocker. As now, we're going to have a hydration break here. So this is expected because, you know, with the temperature in the high 80s now, that they obviously are going to take a hydration break. So while the player are taking a hydration break, this is a good time to give you guys a little information of what we've seen in these first 25 minutes. Well, the Golden Bears, of course, have a 1-0 lead, and it's definitely a deserved lead, as they have been the better team. And they also scored from the Olympic goal as well, which is the first time I've ever seen an Olympic goal scored in the Sporthop series. And then we also saw something that I didn't think we were going to see in the college soccer rank, and I later found out that they actually just introduced it this year. And that, of course, is they actually went to VAR to see whether or not if there was a potential red card after one of the Golden Bear player definitely put a high boot on one of the St. Mary's player. And originally they actually called it against the Golden Bears, which that definitely didn't feel like that was the right call. But in the end, they did get the call right, and that on that ensuing free kick as well, the Golden Bear actually hits the post on that ensuing free kick. So yeah, there's no doubt that they're looking to push to try to get the second goal. St. Mary's kind of started to get back into the game just a little bit, at least in the last 5 minutes, started getting some chances, but going forward on the defensive end, they have not been good whatsoever. They're allowing a way too many opportunity for the Golden Bears to get that second goal. So let's see whether or not if they maybe tighten things up, or will the Golden Bears have a chance to get that second goal before St. Mary's might really get back in this game and look to try to get the equalizer. In the hot sun, this would have been a huge problem for all the fans, as this one swings into the box. It's headed away. Going to try to go for the ambitious effort there, and that is always rising with the way that he hits it, but it's going to be another goal kick coming up for the Golden Bears. Now, that is, well, he's going to just boot this one away as the countdown is on now. So maybe one more chance here for the Gaels as he's going to take this shot, and that is the halftime whistle. So halftime here in St. Mary's College. It's the visitor California Golden Bears with a 1-0 lead over St. Mary Gaels. So it's halftime here in St. Mary and here in Moraga as the Golden Bears have a 1-0 lead over St. Mary's. And after for the first 25 minutes or so before the hydration break, where it was actually a really entertaining game, things did kind of slow down a little bit. St. Mary's no doubt have got into the game and created a couple of chances, though none of them really was dangerous chances that really troubled the Cal Golden Bears goalkeeper. So yeah, as we head into the second half, let's see if we're going to potentially see another goal. There's no doubt that in this first half, for the Golden Bears, they would hope to continue to get that second goal. They also have a fair amount of chances. In fact, probably have more of the chances in the first half compared to the Gaels. But we'll see whether or not if they can get this crucial second goal, or will St. Mary's continue to press to try to get themselves the equalizer heading into the second half. And now it looks like the Cal Golden Bear player are doing their pre-second half warm-up, and also the St. Mary's player just did their last second team talk before the second half. But in just a bit, we're going to get ready for the start of the second half between Cal Golden Bears and St. Mary Gaels. Corner comes up for St. Mary's, and let's see if they're gonna maybe swing this one in. Looks like they are going to. It's a decent one, and it's in the back of the net, and St. Mary's have leveled things up. It's 1-1 here at St. Mary's College. While the fans celebrate, the college students from St. Mary's also celebrate as we're back in level pegging here, and in some way you kind of sense that this was coming with the way that the Gaels have got into this game, creating some chances, and well, they have now scored from the corner themselves as we're level at 1 apiece. Trying to get that momentum back, trying to get the lead back here. Oh, that one was deflected, and it's gonna be a shot attempt that goes wide. As well, that was a little bit of a fortunate bounce there, or a fortunate deflection, I should say, that player was able to get to it in their defensive shade, and they won themselves another free kick, and that could be a second yellow here, and indeed it is. It's going to be a second yellow. It's going to be a sending off. Now obviously, I don't know whether or not you can go to VAR for this, because when VAR is introduced, I don't think you can actually look on the replay of a second yellow card. But either way, St. Mary's is down to 10 men. Kind of had a sense that if they don't get this win, they'll definitely be a little disappointed. Consider they have to man up, as now that effort is going to actually struck the ball there, almost at the back extension, and it's going to be a goal kick coming up. Have to stay focused, because one mistake and the Golden Bears might have a chance to get the second goal, as shout for a handball is not given. Another shout for a handball. And finally, the referee points to the spot. It's going to be a penalty or a free kick coming up. Again, looks like it's going to be just a free kick. I thought for a second he was pointing to the spots. Again, this referee, there's been a couple of times where I'm just so uncertain whether or not he was pointing to the spot or not. But either way, he did make the VAR sign. So for the second time today, he's going to go to the monitor and take a look to see whether or not, indeed, if this is going to be a penalty. Well, the decision is penalty, as the referee have pointed to the spot here. So now, the Golden Bears will have a chance to retake the lead from the spot. By the way, that look through VAR was much faster than the first one, which is always an encouraging sign to see. But here comes the penalty, and it's in the back of the net, and the Golden Bears have now taken a 2-1 lead. And well, right now, looks like they are going to be celebrating right in front of the college students. Not quite sure if that's the best idea, but I guess that's what happened when, after those students maybe was kind of taunting those players, and I think those players are just kind of giving a little bit of a revenge there by celebrating right in front of them. But either way, it is now 2-1 in favor of the Golden Bears. Again, Golden Bears have got the 2-1 lead, but St. Mary's looking to quickly respond here. Ooh, referee. Well, the referee says that's just going to be a goal kick. There was a huge shout for it. I think some of the fans want the VAR again, but that time the referee is just going to be a goal kick. The manager, he's basically barking, thinking that they should go to VAR. And, well, indeed, we are going to go to VAR again. Well, in a span of just 2 minutes, the referee is going to go to the monitor again. And now the referee has finished his check. And again, just like the last one, this is much quicker compared to the first one, which was a really long look. But we're about to get the decision. And is there going to be another late twist to the tail where just 2 minutes after Cal got a penalty via VAR, will St. Mary will get a chance to get a penalty from VAR? Having words with the manager here, maybe kind of an explanation. Final decision, penalty. So a penalty is now going to happen on the other end. Well, what a turn of events this was. Just 2 minutes after VAR gave the Cal Golden Bears a penalty. Now St. Mary's will get a chance to take one from the spot via VAR. And the Gaels find themselves an equalizer from the spot despite down to 10 men. Well, will the goalkeeper make a big save to keep his team in the lead? It's a stutter step, and it's in the back of the net as he drilled that penalty there. The goalkeeper went the right way, but that penalty was just hit with so much pace and so much ferocity that there was no way the keeper would have kept that one out. Either way, here comes the Golden Bears again, looking to try and take the lead for the third time of this game. As they hits this one toward the back post, and it's in the back of the net, and the Golden Bears has retaken the lead. It's 3-2 in favor of the visitors. Well, the visiting fans celebrate there in the stands as, well, the Golden Bears have now gone the lead again. And, well, you got to also kind of question the goalkeeper there, because when that ball was floated in, I was expecting him to maybe come off his line to punch that one away. That ball was kind of there for a long time, and he didn't punch that away. He let one of the Bears player with a free look in the back post. And, well, indeed, there is more drama in this game as it's now 3-2 in favor of Cal. What a game it's been. What a start to the college soccer season. As now, here comes the Bears again, and it's saved by the keeper as, well, that's a big save there to keep this one at 1 goal. This 2-goal insurance goal to put this game on ice. It's a decent one toward the back post, and the goalkeeper is able to get to it. Second effort is blocked away. Well, that was almost a repeat of what we just saw 2 minutes ago. A goal coming from the back post, but the keeper made another big save here. Waste more time as he'll make the turn, and it is wide. Oh, what a big miss that is. And, well, will that miss come back to haunt the Golden Bears if they're not able to put this game to bed? As now, here comes the Bears again. Oh, and he puts it wide there. He didn't need to do so. That might be a mistake, considering that he could have just ticked that one to the corner flag. Just 10 seconds left. The countdown is on. And that is going to be a free kick, and that is going to be the full-time whistle. Well, what a game on opening day here at St. Mary's College. An absolute thriller, a game with tons of twist and tail. But in the end, the final score of this game, it's Cal Golden Bears 3, St. Mary's Gaels 2. So just finished here at St. Mary's as I'm now making my way out of the stadium and back here at the parking lot. But in the end, it's Cal Golden Bears with a 3-2 win over St. Mary's. But what a game this turns out to be. I mean, I definitely did not expect the opening match for both of these teams to end up to be a 5-goal thriller. And especially the last 20 minutes of the game, what a crazy last 20 minutes we had. We had 2 VAR calls that give
both of these teams a penalty within a span of just 3 minutes, and then the Golden Bears showed that resilience to be able to get that third goal and get the lead for the third time, and that this time they got the lead for good for the remaining part of the game. Although, for St. Mary's, they also didn't kind of help themselves, the fact that they had a man sent off in the last 25 minutes. And we always talk about red cards can change things in a game, and it definitely changed in a way where they were working extra hard to trying to protect themselves a draw on this one, but it didn't work out for them in the end. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you guys leave a like, smash the subscribe button, and yeah, I of course will see you guys next time with another Sporthop series episode.